Profit over at rakingprofit.com. Let's clean off this screen on the phone. How we looking? What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a beautiful day today. In this video, I wanted to share some bad news, and I feel like I really just need to come out with this because a lot of people say, oh, you don't tell anybody this and you should tell people that. And I'm just gonna come clean with some bad news. And I guess you could say that this video is a little bit clickbaity. Probably is like 80%, but it is bad news because I think a lot of people are misled. I feel like a lot of people are under the impression when it comes to selling on Amazon that this is true when it's actually not true. And I think a lot of people just have the wrong expectations, wanting to go full-time, wanting to build a full-time income, wanting to make 6 figures per year profit. And we're going to get into that today as more people come in. What's going on, Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida? Great to see you here, Kevin. We got 51 people coming in live right now to hear some bad news. Everybody likes to hear a little bit of bad news, right? We got Magnus from Sweden. What's going on, Magnus? We've got Jared in the house. We are live from OKC. What's going on? Fort Lauderdale. Jules, man, I am jealous. I can't wait to come over there. We got Joji. We've got Ivan's Bikes. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you. So I'm going to just come out with the bad news right now. And if you're already selling on Amazon, if you're already reselling, this especially stands true for eBay sellers and Amazon sellers. But I just want to come out with the bad news because there's a lot of new Amazon sellers and eBay sellers that are coming into my ecosystem lately. There's people who are, booking coaching calls with me. There's people who are joining, my Reselling Freedom program, which if you haven't already, I don't know why you haven't. We literally have 5 to 10 live coaching calls every week. And it's less than $1 per day. And the price is going up in 6 days. So check out that link down below. But the bad news is a lot of people are coming into selling on Amazon and wanting to resell, and they think that they're going to make like 60 grand profit, 80 grand profit their first year. There's a lot of people who think that selling on Amazon, they don't think it's easy. I don't think anybody comes into selling on eBay and Amazon thinking it's easy, but they think it's going to be way easier than a job. They think that all because, it's an internet business, it's an online business, you have the biggest platform in the world, Amazon, and eBay's not super far behind, even though it is. They think that they see people's sales at for example, I did 300,000, or they see Joji who's doing 30,000 a month. He's one of our coaches inside of Reselling Freedom. They see people doing $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. And they're under the impression that that's, first of all, profit, which I want to wake everybody up. Let me shake. I'm going to shake this. I'm shaking the phone right now, which is your head. Wake up. That's not profit. That's sales. Sales has nothing to do with your profit. And profit has nothing to do with what you're actually putting in your pocket. Does everybody understand that? Let me shake you again, okay? I'm going to shake you. If you're a new seller, wake the F up. What you see the gurus pushing to you on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, if you watch my videos, if you watch anybody's videos, just know the sales, I hate to say it because it's like a gray area that I'm always playing with, it's a hook, okay? And the sad part is, if I was to tell people I only made $90,000 profit last year and $300,000, the average person would be like, oh, it's not worth my time. Oh, the profit's only that low. Can I shake you one more time? Do you have any idea what it takes to run a business? Do you know the difference between sales and profit and cash flow? Do you even understand that there's expenses? Do you understand that there's taxes? The one thing that drives me absolutely nuts is when somebody says, Steve, but what is is that profit? Is that all profit? No, it's not all profit. And then the second question that drives me nuts is, well, do you have to pay taxes on that income? No, you don't have to pay taxes on the income. If you want to go to jail for tax evasion, anytime you make money, you have to legally pay taxes. Now, whether you get a 1099 or if the government doesn't know about it or they do know about it, that's up to your risk tolerance if you want to try to hide it and get in trouble for it down the road if you're audited. But yes, you pay taxes on it. Sales does not equal profit. Profit does not equal cash flow. Every business has expenses. Every business has requires startup capital. Every business has different fees and expenses and taxes and different things. So I just want to let everybody know, if you're thinking about selling on Amazon because you think it's going to be quote unquote easier, that what all the gurus, including myself, right? I got to slap myself in the head every now and then to be like, and it's like, you know, you got to be more real with people. But the sad part is people won't watch your videos. They won't watch your Instagram if you don't hook them in. But that's why I always try to put in my videos, like at one point or another, like it's not all profit, right? The average business, like a brick and mortar, like if you want to start a pizzeria or if you wanted to start some type of retail shop, I mean, it could cost you anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 to start a business. And you got people complaining like, oh, I gotta buy a printer. Oh my God, I have to pay $40 for a pro subscription. Oh my God, you have to pay 30% fees on Amazon and they're gonna do all the fulfillment for you and you're gonna be able to leverage one of the largest networks in the world and you're gonna be able to access tons of fulfillment centers and tons of employees, 30%. Oh my, wake up. This business is a business. There are expenses, there are fees, but there's so many opportunities as well. In my opinion, it's much more simple than running a brick and mortar. There's not as many hoops that you have to jump through. There's not as much money, but yes, you're gonna have to pay taxes. Yes, you're gonna make sales. Yes, there's gonna be expenses. Yes, certain items you're gonna win on, certain items you're gonna lose on. Yes, you're gonna pay taxes and fees and certain things like that. So I just wanna be 100% clear with people. If you wanna start selling on Amazon, yes, the best part is you can scale this business much quicker than a lot of other businesses. But just remember, all because you're scaling doesn't mean you're actually putting any money in your pocket, right? The first 10 months, I was doing over $200,000 and I wasn't paying myself anything. I was profiting, but everything that was coming in for profit, I was reinvesting it back in the business, back into the inventory, back into my team to build this. Think of your inventory as like a snowball, and the bigger your snowball or the bigger your inventory gets, the more profits it's going to turn off, considering you have good ROI and you have a good turnover rate. So the goal is to build your business, to scale it to a point where there's enough profit coming off to pay all the fees, to pay all your expenses, to pay back into reinvesting in your inventory, and then to even pay yourself. This is a big misconception that a lot of people have when, you know, it comes to selling on Amazon. I want to pay myself 80 grand. Do you even know how much money you're going to have to make to pay yourself $80,000? Can anybody guess? I'd like you to put a sales figure down below. Let's just say you're doing, you know, retail arbitrage or online arbitrage. I'd like you to tell me, how much you think you're going to have to do in sales to actually pay yourself $80,000 profit at the end of the day? What do you think? I'm curious what your thoughts are, because a lot of people, they book coaching calls with me, and we got Side Hustle Experiment. We got a lot of people who and these people are amazing people. I'm not trashing people. Like, I'm not calling anyone out specifically. So if I've had a coaching call with you over the last couple of days, don't think I'm like, oh my God, you set Rake and Profit over the edge and he's losing his freaking mind. This has been kind of boiling up in my head, and I just need to get this out there and I need to send it to people. Like, I ask people all the time, like, realistically, like, and let's take it one step at a time. Like, how much profit do you really want to make your first year in business? And they'll tell me like 80 grand profit or 100 grand. I just want to quit my job and just make like 10 grand a month profit. We got Side Hustle Experiment in the house. Let everybody know how hard it is to actually make $10,000 a month profit. And here's the thing, here's the kicker. Can you do it? Absolutely. Are there thousands of people making $10,000 to $20,000 a month profit? Yes. But, and here's the kicker. It takes a good 12 to 24 months to get to that period. And I know nobody wants to hear this. Nobody wants, you know, to discuss that it takes 12 to 24 months to build a business. But that's fast. Do you know that the average brick and mortar doesn't even typically make a penny profit for like 2 years plus? And then 90% of them are out of business in 5 years. I feel like the survival rate is so much higher with Amazon, selling on Amazon versus a brick and mortar. Plus, there's a lot less money to invest, depending on your model, of course. But I just want to come clean with this. Like, especially if you're going to sell books or you're going to go to thrift stores, like, yeah, you can cash flow a lot faster going to thrift stores, just because you don't have as much, overhead. You don't have as many cash flow issues because your cost of goods is so much lower. But if you're going to do online arbitrage or you're going to do retail arbitrage, like at scale, and you really want to have a business that operates without you, and you're not a one-man, one-woman show. You want to have a team. You want to have people that support you. You want to work on the business instead of in the business. You don't want to be working 90 hours a week for the next 2 years. I mean, it takes a good 12 to 24 months to build, like J-Dub is saying, to establish the systems, right? To have consistent sales, to have dependable cash flow. We got Side Hustle Experiment. What's up, brother? Saying it's definitely hard. Rough rule of thumb. You're going to need to spend 40K if you want to do 80,000 in sales. Yeah, and a lot of people are saying, you know, it could take $1 million in sales, 400,000, 350, 200. It really depends. It depends on the model that you run. Could you make $100,000 profit going to thrift stores? You can. What percentage of resellers that I know who only do thrift stores make $100,000 profit at the end of the day? I'm going to just pull a number out of my you-know-what. Probably less than 5%. Would anybody disagree with me? You know, I would say probably less than 5%. And if you're going to be doing $10,000 a month profit at the end of the day, and sorry, I'm being obnoxious. I went to the gym and, you know, I'm on 75-day hard, so I'm losing my mind and losing my hair. But they're going to be working 80 hours a week because you know how hard it is to be able to find that much inventory. You know, what percentage of people, you know, do 10,000 a month profit with OA? I don't know, but there's probably 10 to 50 times more people doing that. Probably 100 times more people doing 10 grand a month profit with OA, with eBay to Amazon flipping, with, you know, higher levels of liquidation, stuff like that. But it requires a lot more capital. But really, you know, if you're going to get into selling on Amazon, if you want to do it part-time and make a couple $1,000 and thrift and do that, I mean, you can absolutely do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think each and every one of us have to have a goal and have to know what type of lifestyle we want to run. But this business isn't as easy as it sounds. So I just want to come out with that video, with this topic, kind of ranting on a couple of these different things. And I just want to set the expectations, because the thing I really hate is when people get into this business and they're seeing all these, you know, gurus on, you know, Facebook ads and YouTube ads who don't even sell. You know, the guys that you see running the most ads, and I'm not saying I won't ever get to that point where I don't run a bunch of ads and try to sell courses to like help people, but I'm never going to do that to a point where if I'm like trying to like promote something of mine, I'm not actually doing it. But a lot of these guys I know that I see ads, they don't even run these businesses. There are some legit ones out there. You know, like big shout out to like Roma the Roamer, to Watch Me Amazon, to the Wholesale Formula, to Amazon Lit. These guys are doing great. There's a lot of them out there. You know, there's a lot of people who do really great things. Rockstar Flipper, Rally Roots. I'm not saying all these guys run ads and they're gurus like that. I don't mean it like that, but there's a lot of great people, but there's a lot of folks out there spending 30 to 50 grand a month on Facebook ads, selling $5,000 courses, and they're not even running the business. They're running into some BS automation crap. So this business isn't as easy. I'd hate to see you get into it thinking that you're just going to make all this money and it's not going to require time and systems and processes. Run this freaking business like a business. Who here is sick and tired of seeing people run an Amazon business like it's a hobby? Who here is sick and tired of seeing people have one great month, or maybe you're having a great month and then the next month just goes to absolute shit and you're like, what the heck is going on? It's because you're not running this like a business. You got to run it like a business. You got to focus on the processes. You got to focus on the systems. You got to focus on building a good, strong foundation. Step number one, you learn how to make money on Amazon. There's a million and one ways to make money on Amazon. Feel free to drop a link below. There's tons of ways to make money on Amazon. Selling books, eBay to Amazon, online arbitrage from TJ Maxx and all different websites. There's wholesale. There's a million and one different ways. Find out the recipe to make money. That's step number one. Step number two, figure out how you can do that over and over and over again. Consistently make profits, right? Anybody could go to the gym for a month. Anybody can make money on Amazon for a month, but seeing somebody make money for 3 months and 6 months is level 2. So step one, learn how to make money. Find a model, find a method, find a supplier, find a strategy that works. Number 2, make sure you can find a way to replicate that. Do it consistently. Step number 3, what you're gonna wanna do is to be able to build a system, and then you're gonna wanna work the system. You're gonna wanna mold the system. You're gonna want to find ways to just build a well-oiled machine that essentially you're able to work every single day that consistently makes the profits. And then last but not least, step number 4, and this is what I'm working on in my business, is the system does the work for you. You have a well-oiled machine that you've developed, a system, procedures, processes that consistently find inventory, list inventory, ship inventory, and it's rinse and repeat. That's the ultimate goal. Now there's a bunch of different ways to do that. The most common ways is, through retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. Some people do drop shipping. I wouldn't recommend that on Amazon. You've got wholesale, you've got private label. Okay, so that's the goal. Find a recipe, find grandma's recipe, right? Figure out how to consistently get that recipe to produce, an outcome that you want. Build a system and work the system, and then step 4, have that system work for you. That's the ultimate goal. This could take 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. It's a process, it's a business. This isn't as easy as all the gurus want to make it sound. And again, I'm probably guilty as well. So let's give me a little smack in the face to wake up, to remind people that this isn't as easy as it sounds. So I'm done with my rant. Smash that like button if you like these videos where I go psycho. We got Henry. Grateful for books, as I spent a year doing books just to learn some of the Amazon beasts, ready for OA this year. Grateful for books. This is great advice. I had a coaching call yesterday, and I told this gentleman, really great guy, big shout out from, he's actually in Miami. I told him, dude, you're brand new. First 3 months, this is the plan. Let's master retail arbitrage. Let's master books. Let's master thrift stores. It's not going to be the most efficient use of your time, but you're going to learn how to sell on Amazon. You're going to learn how to list and ship. You're going to learn Keepa. You're going to learn all the third-party softwares and how to, print labels and all these things. You're going to learn how to avoid IP complaints and how to, just work the system, how to build, how to sell on Amazon. And then after 3 months and you build up some history on Amazon, move to online arbitrage, okay? Now, this is if you have the goal to build a business, to scale. If you don't want to be working, 60 hours a week, which you still might be in the beginning, depends on, the systems and how much business experience you have. But after 3 months, you move to online arbitrage. And then you go absolutely hard with that. You can do eBay to Amazon, depending on your risk tolerance, or you can do, other ways like Side Hustle Experiment, or Miles and Warner, how they do it. They use seller amp and storefront stalking. And then maybe at the 12 to 24 month mark, you can move to wholesale, right? So there's levels to this game. There's ways that you can build, and there's different methods, but I think that's a great way for everyone to get started. Start by selling books, right? If you're brand new, if you're trying to figure out, like, how do I start? How do I learn Keepa? How do I price? How do I list? How do I ship? How do I do all these things? Check out Reselling Freedom. I'll put a link down below. This is my newest membership site. It's about 30 days old. We've already done I think 20 live coaching calls this month, and you'll get access to all the replays. I put a bunch of ebooks and guides in there that I've created about stranded inventory, guides about shipping, reconciling your shipping, guides on board games, all different types of stuff. We have a community. So there's 6 days left until literally the price of that jumps up. It's only 27 bucks a month right now, and you'll get grandfathered in for life. We have coaching calls pretty much every day during the week. So definitely check that out. But again, guys, treat this business serious. Take it serious, invest in your education, take it slow. There's no need to rush and make $100,000 profit within the first 6 months, because most likely you won't. Just take it slow, learn the skills, and continue to build from there. We got Joji saying, LOL, Steve, in all caps. Love it, bro. Christy says, love it. Amanda, good morning. Sim says, I'm interested in your course. How much money is it good to get started on eBay to Amazon? Well, reselling freedom's less than $1 a day. So I love that. For less than $1 a day, you can make $1 million in the first 3 months. How much money is good to get started with eBay to Amazon? A couple $100, but I'd start with books first. Side Hustle Experiment says, Steve, that sounds so boring and hard. Isn't there a way I can do it passively? Yeah, you could give me $30,000 Side Hustle Experiment, and I'll build you an automation store, and then you could sue me 12 years later. Denise says, Reselling Freedom, excellent info, support and info. Yeah, I appreciate it, Denise. Denise is in Reselling Freedom, and she set the world record. She actually got a gift card from the Reselling Freedom family for being the first person to join Reselling Freedom. By the way, Side Hustle Experiment, I still have to follow up with you. I'm sorry. I've got a virtual assistant helping me on Instagram now, because literally, I'm not even kidding. We have so many people messaging that I lost your message. So I have a VA helping me to organize things, and I got to follow up with you, but I want to get you on some coaching calls, man, because people have a lot of great things to say about you. And if you're not following Side Hustle Experiment, you guys are missing out. If you want way better content than this rant, go to Side Hustle Experiment. Lewis says, good morning, real advice, much appreciated. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much. How long did it take you to break even on E2A? It only took me, the thing is, I broke even in probably about a couple months, like 2 months or so. Yeah. The thing is, I had inventory from thrift stores as well, so it was kind of hard to tell. But I scaled just with profit. I didn't go into debt at all with my eBay to Amazon business. So I actually started very, very slow, and then I just reinvested my profits. Yeah, Side Hustle is amazing. His growth is crazy, dude. He just moved out of his warehouse. I think he did 120,000 last month. What I respect about Side Hustle Experiment, he's super freaking authentic and genuine. If anyone's looking for a coaching call, I think he offers coaching calls. You definitely should work with him. He's a great guy. Appreciate you, Side Hustle. Yeah, thank you so much, man. We got Logan in the house, another great guy. If you guys are looking for more Amazon information, if you're looking for help with VAs, check out Logan Altenberger. We actually met in Miami. Really great young guy. Hey, appreciate you, Mark. Thanks for following. Dustin says, I need to join Reselling Freedom. Good to learn and support you, Steve. I appreciate you, Dustin. Send me a message behind the scenes. We'll get you set up. Northern Thrifter. Steve, come on, man. You're still working at the Cracker Barrel and smoking 40. I'm still at the Cracker Barrel. Teresa says, thanks for your help and telling the truth. Others don't about the business. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm just an idiot, right? Probably am. Actually, I know I am. You know, some people, maybe they're able to build a profitable business in 3 to 6 months, right? And I'm sure there's people who are able to do it. I work with a lot of people, and I just see a lot of folks struggling, and I still do at times as well. Like, I'm still building my systems. Like, and sometimes, like, it was funny. A guy left a comment before. Sometimes I don't even look at the comments on YouTube because there's people that are so negative. This guy left a comment. And he's like, what did he say? He's like, never join Reselling Freedom. The coaches, there's 10 coaches in Reselling Freedom, and even they're doing over $1 million combined, but that doesn't make you a coach. And then what did he say? He's like, they do FBA. If they don't even talk about merchant fulfilled, then they don't deserve to be a coach. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you're missing the point, dude. Like, Reselling Freedom isn't about swinging around your you-know-what, acting like you're the best and that you're the best seller and you know it all. Reselling Freedom is about helping average people to get started, to learn, to take people from $3,000 a month to $7,000 to $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Like, I don't know about you guys, but for me, say, for example, I'm trying to learn something about Amazon. Like, I don't want to learn something about Amazon from someone who's 58 steps ahead of me doing $700,000 a month, because I just can't relate to them. I can't connect to them. Like, even when I do coaching sometimes, like, people, like, they're like, can you explain that, like, more simple, like, for, like, a kindergartner? Because, like, I'm the same way. Like, if you try to explain something to me so complicated, like, I don't understand it. Like, dumb it down for me. That's how I learn. So, like, I was thinking of this guy, like, dude, like, you don't need to be making $1 million a month to teach somebody who's brand new. Like, some people just got things so twisted. It's crazy. You know, it's absolutely wild. And, like, the average person, it's just like the average person just wants to make a couple $1,000s extra a month. Like, whose here's life would be changed if you just made an extra couple $1,000s profit a month? Like, we got to stop. We got to put our egos and pride aside and, like, stop competing with each other. Like, we got to make $10,000 a month and $20,000 a month. Like, do you understand? Like, less than 1% of the population, like, after you, like, kick out the outliers, like, make even more than, like, $10,000 a month. Like, do you realize, like, the average, like, household, what do they make, like, 50 grand a year? Like, come on, guys. Like, do you realize, like, the average person's life would be changed just making an extra couple $1,000s? And then you have people leaving these dumbass comments like, oh, Reselling Freedom, like, they're only doing $1 million. And of course, it's not profit, right? Like, we have some coaches who make a couple $1,000 a month profit. We have some that are making $1,000 a month profit. We have others who are making $10,000 a month profit. But it's like, it blows my mind. And it's just like, people gotta, like, pull the stick out of their you-know-what, you know? Alex says, dumb it down. Exactly. What's up, Bren? That's where I'm at. I have a good job. I simply have free time and would like to make $1,000 a month. You can, for sure. But even then, like, I'll be perfectly transparent. Like, if you really want to build a business that consistently makes $1,000 to $2,000 a month, it still takes a good year or so to build out the systems, because you have to learn, like, okay, how am I going to make money? Like, where's my supplier going to be? Is it going to be thrift stores, right? Is it going to be online arbitrage? And then you have to learn, like, you still have to learn so many things and put systems and processes in place. Like, it still takes a good 6 to 12 months, depending on what you're doing, to make a consistent $1,000 to $2,000 a month profit. Now, of course, if you have a bunch of money and you're going to just scale like crazy with OA, and you're willing to just throw a bunch of money at the wall to scale and then, you know, push back your cash flow for, like, there's ways to do it quicker. but it's still a good 12-month process to get to the point. I'm curious, you know, like to be consistently making money, to consistently have a process, to build a team, or to just get all your ducks in a row. Like, it takes time. I don't know what else to say. People want to tear someone up because they're jealous. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like, and it's so interesting. Like, on myself all the time. Like, I tear myself down all the time in these videos because I never want to be the type of person who's like, oh, you know it all, you're so smart. Because it's like, if you knew me in real life, you'd be like, this dude is like not that smart. And it's like, I'm not that smart, but I take action. I try to slowly improve. I make a lot of mistakes. You know, last month I did a lot of dumb things in my Amazon business. I don't know if anybody knew, but I took like over a month off from sending out shipments because I was like focused on building reselling freedom. And I just dropped the ball in a couple areas and my sales dropped over 50%. And then I had to ship out 29 boxes in one day to get things caught up. And now I'm having, you know, $2,000 days again, $1,000 to $2,000 sales days again. So I'll get my sales back up. But it's a process. It's a journey. I make tons of mistakes. I do a lot of dumb things. I'm not the brightest bulb. I don't know it all. I never try to come off like, if anyone watches my videos and they're like, oh, this guy knows it all. It's like, you don't even know me at all. Like, you can go F yourself. Like, quit judging everybody and like, just work on yourself. Be a good human being. Like, it's just crazy. It blows my mind how some people are. Side hustle experiment, so much to learn. 6 to 12 months is a great guide. And if that sounds like too much time, then this is not going to be a good model for you. For sure. You know, and it could take even longer if you're working a full-time job and you have limited funds and limited time. It could take even longer, but you know, a year or 2 years is going to go down the road. Amazon's only going to continue to grow. Online sales, the internet sales, the internet, like e-commerce, it's only going to continue to grow. So it's a great skill to learn how to buy and sell, how to analyze, you know, how to work a Keepa chart, how to scan, and you're going to come across opportunities. You know, I was talking about this the other day, but just one little thing could change your life. Like, you could have one person reach out to you who has a clean out company and you get 10,000 books, and maybe you only have a 5% acceptance rate and you get 500 profitable books and you put $6,000 in your pocket with one deal, right? There was, who was it? Oh yeah, my mom was telling me she was talking to one of our friends, Lisa, at the thrift store, and she said that she knew a person who went to Paris. They bought a book and they brought it home. They sold it for $40,000 or $100,000. I don't know the exact story, so don't quote me. Maybe it was an article. I don't know. I have to figure it out. But like, wow, if that's true, like, holy crap, that's wild. You'll have opportunities that come about if you put yourself in a position to get lucky. The only way you can get lucky on Amazon is if you already have the skills to analyze, the skills to distribute, which means you understand how to list, you understand how to price, you understand how to ship. You have an Amazon account that's in good standing, that's up and running. Because if you come across a great deal, but you don't have an Amazon account set up because you never took the time, and again, that's what we teach in Reselling Freedom, how to get started, how to list, how to go through the process. Join for a couple months and then bounce out if you don't want, or stay for the community because we're going to continue to level everybody up. But get started. Put yourself in a position to have an Amazon account that's active, that's in good standing. You understand IP complaints, you understand how to list, you understand how to ship, because when a great deal comes across your desk, right? Or a good deal, you know, someone calls you up with a bunch of books, or you hit a jackpot at a thrift store. Who saw that video that I posted like 4 years ago? Amanda, if you're still watching, you got to check out the video that I posted. I had a GoPro. I was garage sailing on a Saturday. This was like 3 years ago, or I think, or 4. I don't know. I was a lot skinnier. But I was like getting smoked at garage sales. I was doing like crappy as hell. So I was like, I'm just going to go to Goodwill on a Saturday, which isn't that great. I am not kidding. I have this on video. They came out with a cart of like 40 to 50 old Lego boxes, like Lego sets that were like 5 to 8 years old, all brand new sealed. It's on camera. I don't know what I made on that deal. I made like 5 or 10 grand, something ridiculous. You guys should see that video. Just type in Rake and Profit, Lego, Goodwill. I have it all documented. Bringing it inside, showing the receipt, bringing it in my car. I even did a haul video. The craziest freaking thrift store haul I've ever come across in my whole life. I sold some of those sets for, I think, over 400, 500 bucks. It was nuts. And I had all these, I don't know what the hell these people were doing, but they brought these sets out, and guess what they priced them at? $8, $10, $12. I was selling these things for 100, for 200, for 300. Psycho, crazy, maniac. I couldn't believe it. And you should have seen the faces on some of these people. I had one cart all full with Legos to the top, and another cart my mom had to get. We filled them all up, we threw them all in. And you should have seen when I was pushing the cart to the front, I don't know if I got all this on camera, but resellers were looking like oh my God, because these were old, you know, like they weren't like super old, but they were like 3, 4, 5 years old. Like a lot of them were retired. Who here knows? Drop a 1 in the comments if you know how profitable retired Lego sets are. And the only reason I made that money is not because I'm so special, not because I'm so smart, because a freaking dum-dum would have known to pick those up. It's just because I had Amazon all set up, right? I knew how to sell on eBay because I had to sell some of them on eBay. There was like 1 or 2 that were damaged, I think. But I understood the fulfillment process. I understood, you know, how to label items and list them, how to ship them in. And there were a couple that got returned, and I think I got scammed on one of them because sometimes people will just like scam you on Amazon. But overall, I made, I don't know what, it was like 5 or 10K, something. I don't remember. It was a while ago, but I made a lot of money. And I think I spent like $300. It was ridiculous. But you will make a ton of money on Amazon eventually, but it could take 6 to 12 months, or it could 3 years down the road. You know, you're making maybe $500 to $1,000 a month, and then all of a sudden you get this crazy deal at the thrift store that you come across, or someone calls you up, or there's a clean out company that hits you up, or you're at a garage sale and you see like 3,000 books and you're like, holy crap, this is jackpot city. Mark Reeves says, how do I become a member? It's resellingfreedom.com, so you can check it out. It's less than $1 a day right now. The price is going up in 6 days, and no, that's not a marketing ploy. I've been promoting this for, I don't know, 3 weeks. I was doing a 1-month promotion just to give people time, because I know we're living in a crazy world where, you know, inflation and all this. So I want to give everyone a chance to come in. We've had 230 members so far join Reselling Freedom, which is great, because I told everybody, because I have, I think 10 coaches in total. And in terms of my team and the coaches and everything, I mean, there's like over $4,500 a month just in overhead. So we broke even, we're making a little bit of money, we're able to support Reselling Freedom, and I'm gonna keep investing more money into building it, making it better. So appreciate everybody joining. I told everybody we needed a good, I think 150 or so people to really break even or so, and we hit that. We're up to, I think, 230, which is fantastic. So we've got the income to come in to pay the coaches, to pay the team, to really be able to build an amazing community. And, you know, that's one thing to consider in business as well. I know this is a little outside of what we're talking about, but you need to make sure to make enough profit in your business. A lot of people want to be the lowest price. A lot of people want to be the, you know, the Walmart of whatever business, the lowest e-commerce store with like the lowest prices or the lowest membership. The only reason I'm able to go really low is because I have a big following and I knew I had some volume. But you've got to make sure you make profit in your business. You can't just skim by and think, oh my God, I'm scamming people, or I can't believe I'm selling a CD player for $200. Like, you have to make your profit, because not only do you have fees and do you have overhead, but you have to have enough profit to be able to pay your team and to be able to build something that's worthwhile. A big mistake a lot of people make in business is they don't make enough profit. If you don't make enough profit, not only is it not worth your time, but you're having to spend your time doing other things. And the whole goal of business at the end of the day is to be able to add value to a marketplace. I don't care if it's a YouTube channel, if it's a membership site, if it's an e-commerce store. If you're not making enough profit, you're not going to be able to have the money to be able to build something significant. You're not going to have the profit coming in for you to make it worth your time. And at the end of the day, it's all about getting a positive outcome for somebody. If you're selling on eBay, it's all about listing up items that make your customers happy. The same with Amazon, the same with a membership site. If you join Reselling Freedom and you're not getting 10 times the value, then leave. Why would you stay? Why would you pay for anything? Why would you pay for Netflix, Reselling Freedom? Why would you pay for anything? Why would you not refund your money? If you join Reselling Freedom and you don't feel like you're getting at least 100x the value within 30 days, send me a freaking message and get your money back, because that means I've failed. That's just the way I look at it in business, right? Now, I hope not everybody on Amazon does that to me, because I don't want to increase my my refunds, right? But but with Reselling Freedom, I'm so confident in that there's probably most people will be charging thousands of dollars for it. But yeah, with that being said, it's all about offering value in business and making a difference. Easy says, amen. Appreciate you. Henry says 139% ROI on my first product. Heck yeah. Mark says join in now. Appreciate you, Mark. Amanda says, I love Reselling Freedom. There's something there for everyone. Yeah, and Amanda, she's actually one of the coaches in there. And cool story about Amanda. First of all, Amanda, let's get you posting some videos on YouTube. I've been saying it for too long. Just put out your first video so we can get everyone subscribing to you. But secondly, I had a coaching call. She paid me, I don't know what she paid me, $150 for an hour or something. This was, I think, 4 months ago. And she booked a call with me, and she was at $27 in sales. And I'm going to throw her under the bus a little bit right now, but this story is pretty inspiring. This is Amanda, who's in the comments now. Booked a coaching call. She was at $27 in sales, and we ended up screen sharing her Amazon Seller Central. And I went in and I was like, oh my God, this is a mess. She was pricing things wrong. She didn't understand how to reprice her items. She had a lot of weird things going on in her Amazon store. She just didn't know, and it's normal, right? I was doing 10 times stupider things when I was new, right? I didn't even know how to do half the things that she knew how to do. She was doing a great job, but she was doing like a lot of things wrong. And we went through the coaching call, helped her out. And I'm not going to take all the credit, because guess what? Amanda took massive action. She took the 2% of things that I said and then turned it into something that changed her life. Now she just crossed over 4 months ago. What are you at in sales now, Amanda? I think you crossed 5,400. And of course, it's not all profit, right? And she's still investing money in her business, but she's building up this snowball that's eventually going to be able to pay herself. And from doing 27 in sales to now doing, I think, over 5,000 a month. She's doing eBay to Amazon flips. She's selling books. So she started with thrifting. She moved on to OA. She's doing things back and forth now. She's killing it now. And of course, it's not all profit. And, you know, it's going to take another 6 to 12 months to get her in a place where she's probably paying herself a substantial amount of money that actually makes an impact and maybe pays the mortgage or whatnot. I don't know her exact finances, but yeah, it's pretty inspiring. And, we need more females doing big things in this space. We need more females putting out YouTube videos. We need more females inspiring other females. There's too much testosterone in this space, right? So I keep telling that I'm trying to inspire more women to make videos, and I've been pulling on Amanda's chain for the last month, and she's probably going to punch me in the face when she sees me in Miami, but we got to get her posting some content and get some more women out there inspiring women, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like, for me, like, there's certain things where I'm just going to connect more with a man because I'm a man. And I think for women, there's certain things you're just going to connect more with a woman. Like, if you're 20, you're not going to listen to a 35-year-old as much as you probably listen to a 22-year-old, because, like, they're going to understand you better, right? I'm not trying to be sexist or ageist. Is that even a word, ageist? Back to the not the brightest bulb out there, but you know what I mean, right? Does that make sense, or am I going to get canceled? Let's see. That's awesome. Progress. Trendy says, oh my God, congratulations. So yeah, if you guys want to learn from Amanda, she has a coaching call inside of Reselling Freedom, also with our good friend Jessica. And I think, what is Jessica doing? She's in Reselling Freedom. Is she doing over 10,000 a month? I don't want to, well, I just did, but I know she's doing really well. Mark says, Steve is great. I've been watching him since his first YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you. But I'm nothing special. Scott says, getting free stuff on Craigslist, Facebook, garage sales, thrifting, Walgreens RA. Yeah, Walgreens RA is really good sometimes. They have some good Lego over there. I haven't done it in a couple of years, though. Yeah, Amanda, 5.3 thousand in sales for January. Heck yeah. Sandy says, and sorry if I missed your comment. Hey, Steve, I don't know if you saw my comment a couple of videos ago, but I work for Goodwill and I have learned even more. Oh, man. You better not be pricing things higher, Sandy, because I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you, and now I'm definitely gonna get canceled. All right. Trendy says, I'm building my YouTube channel now. Heck yeah, Trendy. Send me a message. Reach out to me. I'll help promote you. Northern Thrifter, you're a top geezer, Steve. I've watched you for years. Not for a while, though. I can't believe you're still at it. I am consistent. It's all about the consistency. Sandy says, never. I'm going to get you. You better not let me find out where you are. Next thing you know, you'll be working at Savers. Amanda is an awesome coach for us beginners. Heck yeah. Lori's giving some love. She says, I'll tell you. I'm just playing with you, Sandy. I appreciate you, though. Never, I'll tell you. Hey, Steve, talked with Mike yesterday. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. So I think we're at about that time. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, smash that like button down below. If you have any questions, feel free to, the best way to honestly get a hold of me is inside of Reselling Freedom, because Instagram's so busy now. Unless you're asking for like a free resource or something, I have my teams over on Instagram now helping out, because it's wild. There's just too many messages now. YouTube, It's hard. There's so many bots and stuff. If anyone's messaging you for Bitcoin or freaking, if anyone's messaging you on like WhatsApp, like that's not me, just so you guys know. Like I would never ask you for Bitcoin or send me crypto or message me on WhatsApp at 1855. Like there's so many scams now. It's kind of hard. So I just kind of got my own thing going. I add value over here. I don't really interact a ton in the comments. I try to. But come over to resellingfreedom.com, first link down below. Get involved with some coaching. It's less than $1 a day right now for the next 6 days. I actually have a coaching call today at 2 p.m. But I coach once per week over in Reselling Freedom. Might change to once every other week, but we have typically 5 to 10 live coaching calls every week, private community. I'm always putting new videos, new resources, free guides. There's discounts. There's a bunch of stuff going on in there, and we're slowly building it up. Access to all replays. We have daytime coaching calls, nighttime coaching calls, and the whole goal is to help people get to 6 figures per year on Amazon. Again, it's not all profit. Some people it will be, others it won't. For some people, you know, you might be, you know, doing thrifting. Others, it's going to be OA. We have coaches who teach books and DVDs and thrifting and garage sales. We have coaches who focus on online arbitrage. We have a coach who actually is going to be starting to teach a little bit more about wholesale. So it's not just all books, but it is mostly focused on Amazon. We might start teaching a little bit of eBay in there if there's demand for it, because the whole goal is just to help you to make money. And there's a lot of money to make on eBay. And there's things that you can't sell on Amazon just because of the rules and ungating. We teach how to get ungated. We're going to be moving into bookkeeping. There's a lot. We're going to pretty much we're just going to build a badass community. And the more people we get, the more I'm going to be able to invest into more coaching, more training, and just build something that pretty much smokes out all these freaking $5,000 gurus that are, you know, trying to charge you, you know, half a year of mortgage payments to learn how to sell on Amazon, which again, do your own thing. It's just, I just don't have the heart to do the whole high ticket thing. For folks who do, I'm sure there's value there. But for me, it's like, I know most people are going to quit. Unfortunately, most people aren't even going to get their account started. So I don't know. It's just me, right? To each their own. And there are some great people out there like Miles. He has a really good program. I think it's like a couple grand or something. That's a really good coaching program. I know Avery has some stuff that's really good. There are some good people. Watch me, Amazon Lit, if you want to spend thousands. There are people out there, but then there's a lot of like just sheep and what is it? Wolf in sheep's clothing. What's the saying? But yeah. Anyways, guys, appreciate you all. Much love. Let's get after it. And thanks. Bye.